So you want to know the best shaders packs in Minecraft? Well, we're going to go over them in this video. It's also worth mentioning that shaders packs work on a lot of different versions. So for example, when I'm recording this, it's 1.18, but most likely a 1.18 shaders pack is going to work in 1.20 because a lot of 1.16 packs work today, right? So it's very, very possible that any packs that we mentioned on this list may not be updated to the most recent version when you're watching this, but will still work. And speaking of, you want to check them all out, you can do so in the description down below. The second link in the description down below goes over every single pack, and it has screenshots of every pack as well as the download link. Just click the green download link under the pack that you want on our website. But nevertheless, let's just jump on into this. So first things first, we have BSL Shaders. This is actually my personal favorite, and since I'm making the list, might as well throw that one first, because all these are honestly great, and it's kind of hard to rank them. Nevertheless, though, BSL Shaders has bright white lights in the daytime with very visible shadows. Inside, you will see more white light instead of a yellow light, with torches giving off a lot of light. It's a very, very bright pack on the interior, which is one of the reasons I like it. In regards to water, there isn't a lot of reflection, but you can actually see under the water in order to look for resources and fish. So if you want more reflections in water, this might not be the pack for you, but you can actually use, underwater for gathering resources and things like that easier. The clouds are very nice and volumetric, truly looking true to real life. And when you move to nighttime, you can easily see without torches, and you will even get some god rays from the moon, which I think is pretty cool. With torches, visibility is about the same as vanilla Minecraft at night. And because we're going over 10 packs here, let's just go ahead and keep it moving. So next on our list is Zeus, also known as Sonic Ether's Unbelievable Shaders. This pack has been around for a very, very long time and is consistently kept up to date. This is a very bright white light shaders pack. The motion blur, though, can be at 10 times, but you can turn it down. So you can turn that down in settings, but by default, the motion blur for me was a bit much. It was a lot. However, when you do go inside, torches are a bit yellow. This is one of the brightest interiors you will find with shaders, though, as even some dark areas are very, very visible. Like unlit interior areas are still very visible. Now, in regards to god rays, Zeus actually doesn't have them, but you are going to have a very bright daytime light, which to me, I don't care much about god rays. I care about actually being able to see in the daytime, and that's what Zeus can do. At night, though, it is nearly pitch black. It's actually one of the darkest packs on the list. However, I've heard you can change this in your shader settings and make it brighter at night, but I run all these at default in the settings that kind of ship with, if you will. That way, everybody can see them and what it looks like without having to fiddle with any settings. Before we move on to our next pack, though, let's go ahead and talk about our sponsor, Apex Minecraft Hosting. Go to the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex, to start your very own 24-hour DDoS Protected Minecraft server. We love and trust Apex so much that we all start our own server, planet.breakdowncraft.com on them. So if you want to start your own server, look no further than Apex Minecraft Hosting. That's the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex. Third on our list is Continuum. Continuum Shaders is a brighter white light sort of daytime shaders pack. I kind of wonder if I've influenced this, because way back in the day I said I don't like yellow light shaders packs, and it seems like more have went more white light in the daytime. Probably not, but nevertheless, interiors lit up with torches are actually a bit more yellow and will be dark until the lighting adjusts. There's a long adjustment time when going inside with Continuum. Water is very good looking, with the ability to actually see underwater without having to dive down at all. It's very clear water, like crystal clear. And at night, Continuum with brightness all the way up does allow you to explore if there are no light sources. With light sources, though, it's super easy to see what's going on, and things are lit up really, really well. After Continuum, we've got Sildur's Vibrant Shaders, and this is actually another older shaders pack that is still updated to this day. It's bright, it's vibrant in the daytime, with great god rays coming from the sun. I mean, some of the best I've ever seen in a shaders pack. Interiors are darker even after some light adjustments, and they are very, very yellow with torches when those are used as the main light source. Other sources can appear a different color, though, so keep that in mind. Clouds are completely custom in this pack and look very good. Truly, they look close to real life. It's impressive how good clouds look in Sildur's Vibrant Shaders. As far as underwater goes, you can see a few blocks underwater, but the water reflections make that difficult. However, this is an amazing reflection of the water, the clouds, the trees, all that comes into the water, and it will looks like a very reflective water surface instead of other packs where there's no reflection, but you can see down into the water, right? So it's kind of your give and take here with a lot of these packs, and this one has great reflections, but you can't see as deep into the water as some of the other packs. Now, the moon at night is a light source, and so you can see very well at night, even without torches. Truthfully, you don't need torches at all with this pack. In mines and caves, you're probably going to need some lighting because there is no light source. It's not required, but it's probably recommended, and that makes sense. No light source means it's going to be harder to see when shaders are active. From there, let's move on to Chocopic 13. Now, one thing I do want to mention is you may notice some weird jumping and things like that with the shading in this pack. I tried to fix those, and I think you can fix them, but I believe the developer of Chocopic is aware of this, and they are working on getting a fix rolled out. But it is something I wanted to mention here. As far as daytime lighting in Chocopic goes, though, it's a bit more yellow than the other packs we've talked about on the list so far. The shaders doesn't have God rays from the sun either, but the sun looks very bright and is a true light source. You can definitely see the shadows moving with the sun, which is really, really cool. When it comes to water, it's very easy to see. It's almost crystal clear. Like, literally, and if this water was in real life, I would drink it. That's how clear this water is. Okay, that should say something there. As far as nighttime goes, exploring without light is possible, as the moon is used as a light source, but I would recommend torches, and with torches you'll have no problems at all seeing at night with Chocopic 13. Next on our list, though, is Makeup Ultra Fast Shaders. As the name implies, this is a shaders pack designed for performance, where lag is actually thought about and how can you get the best shading possible without killing your system. In the daytime, you have a bright white light, but the fog can be more abrasive than other packs. It's not as bad as some of them actually later on this list, but it is up there in probably the top 2 or 3 as far as fog annoyance goes, if you will. Interiors lit by torches is a mix between yellow and white. It's not very white, it's not very yellow. I would almost say it's a hue right sort of in the middle, which makes it unique on this list. A lot of times they either choose white light or yellow light, and this one, Makeup Ultra Fast Shader, sits right in the center. You can see a few blocks underwater, which makes it feel more realistic than me. Like, as it goes deeper, you can see less and less, and that's really cool. There are also some God rays from the sun, but they're not as prominent as other packs on this list. At night, without torches, it's very, very visible. Honestly, you might not even need torches. That's how good this is. It's super playable, and the moon is a light source. You even get some God rays off the moon, which is kind of cool. Like, I've never thought about that, like, like rays of light coming from the moon, but it's possible with this pack. We have 4 more shaders packs on our list, and number 7 is Nostalgia Shaders. This is a pack that actually goes back to the old style look of shaders back before it was a part of Optifine. Way back in the day, shaders was its own separate mod, and when that was the case, it looked very similar to this pack. The daytime has very white light with minor God rays. Depending on the time of day, it's harder to see them. Shadows in the day look very natural and good as well. However, there is that fog, and as I said, the previous pack on this list was number 3, number 2. This one's number 2 or 1. It's way too low in my opinion. The fog doesn't expand up, it's closer to the ground, which makes it a bit more annoying. Now, most of the time, the fog in these packs can be adjusted in settings, but again, I'm running these default. Clouds have a very Minecraft look to them. They're rounded, but they're squares, which I think is really, really cool, and it makes Minecraft feel more like Minecraft instead of more realistic and trying to be realistic, which is something a lot of the other shaders packs push to do. Torch lighting is very yellow on interiors, and there's even some fuzziness around the torches. Darker areas inside are somewhat visible, but by no means the most visible on this list. Water, though, probably is. It is extremely clear. You can see all the way to the bottom of streams and oceans without any issues. And this is great if you're doing underwater work, but it isn't super realistic. Similar to the clouds, it reminds me more of Minecraft than it does of, a realistic look, and if that's what you're going for, this is great. There also isn't much, if any, reflection on the water, which would also make sense because, like I said, it's a trade-off between clarity and reflection usually, and this one has no reflection, so there's tons and tons of clarity. The moon is used as a light source, however, shadows can be a bit dark, so overall, if you're exploring at night, you should be fine, as long as you have some torches if you enter into like a really wooded area or a dense forest or something like that. Mining and things like that, torches are also recommended. Next up is Complementary Shaders, and this is based on BSL Shaders. With that, the light is white with a yellow tint in the daytime. I feel like that's a little change they made in comparison to BSL. Shadows are a bit darker than BSL in the daytime as well, but overall things look a lot more clear. I feel like this pack has less haziness than BSL Shaders does. It is also worth mentioning that Complementary Shaders tries to support as much hardware as possible, from AMD to NVIDIA to Intel GPUs, all of that stuff. They try their best to support them. That might not always be the case, but if other shaders packs haven't worked for you, Complementary Shaders may be worth a look for that reason. Moving inside though, lighting is bright and white from torches. Shadows are unlit and extremely easy to see. This may be one of the best interior packs as far as seeing on this list in my opinion. Like I said, torches are very bright, white light, shadows are very easy to see. It's just great. Water is darker and you can see a little bit underwater, but this reminds me similar of BSL. The deeper it goes, the harder it is to see. You can though see some reflections from trees and clouds and things like that in the water, which is also nice. At night it is decently visible, but it is darker than other packs in this list, by no means making it super easy to explore at night. Having a few torches is recommended, and with that you're going to get great normal style Minecraft lighting with torches. Number 9 on the list is Beyond Belief Shaders, and this is based on Sonic Ethers, which we covered earlier on the list. In the daytime, you'll find bright light that is a mix between white and yellow. Honestly, there's a weird pop-up style sun effect on the screen, and we'll try to show that. It honestly looks very, very weird. That may be configurable, but I couldn't find the exact settings, and it just kind of pops up and then goes away instead of giving God rays. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something weird there. Maybe there's a setting we can change, but overall, I thought that was weird and worth mentioning. However, this pack is very customizable overall, and it's actually one thing that they strive to do over, let's say, the normal Sonic Ether shaders. Walking into interiors, it does take a while to adjust, and by default, lighting from torches is very yellow. However, shadows are dark but visible. Overall, I would recommend lighting up as much as you can with this pack. Water is hazy, and you can see reflections in it. You can also see a few blocks underwater with it getting too hard to see the farther it goes down, but like I said, you're kind of getting that trade-off. You're getting pretty decent reflections, so it's that trade-off that I've been talking about kind of with water this entire time. At night, this pack is the darkest on our list. It honestly looks like you're playing Minecraft in black and white at night. It kind of blew my mind. Clouds are also glitching out a bit with me, so you might be able to change those and remove them or something like that if they're glitching out with you. I suspect it's my graphics card. It's actually getting a little older these days. And from there, we can move on to what is finally the last pack on our list, and also one of the less resource-intensive packs on our list, and that is Vanilla Plus Shaders. This strives to have a vanilla Minecraft look while still adding in shaders. With that, it's actually not as resource intensive as some of the other shaders on our list here. So if you struggle running other shaders, you might want to try Vanilla Plus Shaders because it's going to be a lot less resource intensive. In the daytime, you're going to have more of a white light with a yellow tint that we've seen throughout some of these different packs. That's the case here as well. In truth, it kind of reminds me like a sunny day in Florida, right? That's kind of what you're looking at there. A sort of sunny tropical day is what I would say this reminds me of. There is, though, a weird fog that can be annoying as it is lower in the ground than I would like to see. Honestly, this is probably number one with the weird fog. Again, you can usually turn this off or change it in settings, but we wanted to leave it default here, and this is what it was by default. Moving inside, torches give off super bright light that leans more white than yellow. This may be the easiest to view pack when it comes to interiors. Dark areas and shadows are incredibly easy to view as well, even without lighting, and even mining is possible inside, which is amazing with shaders. But that would make sense because mining is possible without torches and vanilla. That's the same case with this shaders pack. Water is very close to vanilla as well. It might not even be touched by this shaders pack. It's kind of hard to tell. You can see as much as you can see underwater with vanilla. The reflections are about like they are with vanilla Minecraft, and that's to say they aren't really there at all. Overall, they kept water very, very stock, and again, that's going to increase your performance, but it does reduce some of the perks of shaders. At night, the moon is a light source, and that makes things super visible. You honestly have no need for torches at all when exploring at night, and one of the best options here for nighttime exploration without torches is got to be Vanilla Plus Shaders. But nevertheless, there you have it. There's our list of 10 shaders for Minecraft. I know it was insane. This video may have been 10-15 minutes long in all honesty. It blows my mind. But if you did enjoy this video, you want to see us make more, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all of that awesome stuff. And if we missed your favorite shaders pack, let us know what it is in the comments. We may add it to the list in the future. Nevertheless, my name is Nick. This has been The Breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.